Hello and welcome movie lovers. Hope you're doing well. In this video, we have brought for you. So, let's roll in.
The story begins with a man named King sitting alone in a dimly lit club. Without knowing to him, several people are watching him closely from outside. Just then, a mysterious woman quietly enters to meet him. Her name is Anna, a bounty hunter who kills for money, not someone who tracks people. King shows Anna a family photo and asks her to find them, but she refuses, saying she only does killings, not investigations. While they argue, King spots armed men entering the club. They were sent by a crime boss who had been informed that the old officer, King, was about to expose them. Their boss had given a clear order: kill both, King and the woman. King quickly tells Anna to run and hides in the restroom. In a fierce fight, he takes down several attackers alone. He sees that Anna has also killed the rest, and then vanished. But just as King walks out of the club, a sniper, still hidden in a car, takes the shot. King is dead. The next morning, Medina, King's former colleague, gets the tragic news. At the morgue, she identifies his body and finds something strange: a message carved on his arm: "Find the accountant." Curious and suspicious, Medina visits King's home. The walls are covered with photos, maps, and notes, all pointing to a case he was secretly investigating. A trail of murders, a powerful underground network, and one name hidden behind a photo: Chris Wolf, the accountant. Chris lives off the grid in a custom-built van, complete with weapons, a motorcycle, and surveillance gear. Medina tries to contact him through a company he once worked for, but the woman on the call denies knowing anyone by that name. Meanwhile, someone else is listening to their conversation: a hacker or agent who traces the call back to King's house and discovers both King and Medina's connection. We then see the sniper who killed King. His name is Tom. He visits a man disguised as a fish vendor, Burke, the real boss behind it all. Burke deals in illegal human trafficking, using fake identities and legal loopholes. King knew this, and that's why he was silenced. Burke now orders Tom to find and kill Anna, the woman who escaped that night. "She's dangerous," Burke warns. "She once killed many of my men. She's coming for me. Kill her first." Burke also gives another order: eliminate the second man who had met King that night. Later, Medina is in her office parking lot. A man suddenly appears. It's Chris Wolf, as accountant himself. He wants to know why she's looking for him. She takes him to King's house, shows him the wall full of evidence, and finally reveals the message King left behind: find Chris. Now Chris knows it's his turn to finish what King started. Medina tells Chris, "King was investigating this case, but I don't understand how everything is connected, or what this has to do with you." After talking, she goes to sleep. When she wakes up the next morning, she's shocked. Chris had worked all night. He tells her King was trying to find a man named Pablo who lived near the Mexican border with his family. Somehow, they got separated. I traced his wife through money transfers in his old accounts. To find Pablo, they decide to first track down his wife, starting with the last place she worked, a factory. They visit it and question the factory owner. He shrugs. "How would I know? Hundreds of women work here. I don't remember every name." Chris doesn't buy it. Calmly, he says, "I've checked your accounts. Your reported sales are way too high. That means you're laundering money." The factory owner loses his temper and attacks Chris. But Chris fights back, hard. One by one, he takes down all the men the owner sends at him. When it's over, the owner finally cracks. He says another man is behind the trafficking. "I'm just a middleman," he pleads. Chris lets him go, but the hunt continues. Later, Chris calls his brother, Broxton, asking for help. His brother agrees and steps out of a house, leaving behind a bloody scene. He's clearly not a man to mess with. Chris meets him and shares the full story. After hearing everything, the brother brings in 3 young girls who might know something. He gives each of them some money and asks, "Do you know Mark?" 2 girls seem terrified but admit they can talk for a price. Meanwhile, outside, Medina is reviewing King's murder footage with her partner. Still, they can't identify the sniper. Just then, she gets a report from her office. Pablo, the man Chris was looking for, had also been searching for King with a family photo in hand. We see that Pablo's father was killed, and he had hired King to find his missing family. On top of that, there's another shocking update. Pablo's village was involved in human smuggling. During a police raid, the smugglers killed all the captives, including Pablo. Back to Chris. The girl they questioned calls Mark to meet her. But it's a trap. As soon as he arrives, Chris ambushes him, beats him down, and put him in the trunk of Medina's car for police to handle. Now Chris needs deeper intel, so he turns to a trusted hacker, someone who teaches computer skills to children with special needs, but also knows how to crack digital walls wide open. The case is bigger than anyone imagined. It's not just about Pablo or King anymore. It's about exposing a human trafficking ring that's been hiding in plain sight, and Chris is closing in. The hacker helping Chris reveals that anyone can be traced if you know how to hack deep enough. But Medina isn't convinced. If someone as sharp as King couldn't uncover this, I doubt your team can, she says. The hacker takes that as a challenge. They now turn their attention to Anna, the mysterious woman who had met King the night he died. They believe King must have shared key case details with her. To find her, they dig into street CCTV footage from that night. But Anna was smart. She kept her face down, aware the area was under surveillance. The team is frustrated. But then, the hacker notices a photo posted online. A woman had taken a selfie on that street the same night. Behind her, just for a moment, Anna's face is caught. The hacker tracks the woman, hacks her phone, and pulls out the full-resolution image. There she is. Anna. Studying Anna's movements further, the hacker uncovers a pattern. Wherever Anna appeared, murders followed. Cold, calculated, silent. But they still don't know her real name. Meanwhile, Chris's brother Broxton scans King's wall of evidence. He looks at the crime scene photos and says, "All of these kills, same style. That's her." Medina is stunned. "How do you know?" "I'm a killer too," he replies coldly. Shocked, Medina walks away. She can't work alongside a criminal, no matter how helpful. She heads to the prison to question Mark, who was caught earlier. He's sitting with his lawyer. Medina demands answers. "Tell me, who sold you those girls, or I'll make sure you rot in here." She shows him Pablo's family photo. Mark stares at it. "I bought that woman his wife," he admits. "She escaped. Last I heard, she was in a hospital nearby. She'd been hurt badly." Medina wastes no time. She goes straight to the hospital. The doctor confirms it. A woman named Tina was brought in. She had been assaulted. In defending herself, she was beaten severely. Her brain was injured and her face disfigured. "We did reconstructive surgery. She lost her memory at first, but then something strange happened." "What?" Medina asks. "She healed fast, stronger than before. Not just healthy, lethal." While reviewing Tina's file, Medina sees something shocking. Tina is Anna, the same woman King had met. After escaping, she became a bounty hunter. Her first kill was the hospital guard. At the same time, Chris's hacker, always watching, hacks into the hospital system and gets all this information too. Every file, every secret, now in their hands. Elsewhere, Chris's brother uncovers something chilling from the dark web. Anna has been given a contract to kill Medina. Chris receives urgent intel. Anna has been hired to kill Medina. Without wasting a second, he rushes to her home. But Anna is already there, silently waiting in the dark. She launches a deadly attack. But Medina isn't just any victim. She's trained. She fights back fiercely. She managed to hold her own. In the chaos, Anna spots a photo on the wall. It's a picture of her family. Suddenly, memories flood back. Her past comes crashing into her mind. The pain, the trauma. She remembers it all. Her peaceful village, raided. The men, including her husband, murdered in front of their families. The women sold off like property to human traffickers. She had been one of them. And her son, taken. Chris arrives and sees Anna in shock. He gently tells her, "I know where your son is. I can take you to him." But Anna shakes her head. "I've let go of that life," she says, and walks away. Chris then rushes Medina to the hospital. Meanwhile, the real mastermind, Burke, gets the news that Anna failed and Medina is still alive. Panic hits him. He knows his whole operation is in danger. He orders his team to erase all evidence, move all the children, and shut everything down before it's too late. Chris knows Burke won't hesitate to kill everyone to protect his secret. He and his brother gear up. They're going to stop Burke, no matter what. Their hacker taps into surveillance feeds and uncovers something terrifying. a bus full of children heading toward the Mexican border. All signs point to Burke. Even worse, near that route, Burke is having a massive pit dug, meant to bury the children alive. Chris races to intercept. As he nears the location, he opens fire on the guards at the checkpoint, blasting his way through. The moment turns into an all-out war. Burke's men fire back relentlessly, forcing Chris and Broxton, his brother, to abandon the car and take cover. Through the smoke, they spot Tom, Burke's deadly sniper, forcing the kids into the bus. To reach the children, they must first fight through waves of guards. Suddenly, a grenade is thrown. It explodes nearby, but they miraculously survive. Chris turns to his brother Broxton. "Go after that bus, I'll handle the rest." As his brother takes off, Chris charges forward like a one-man army, taking out guards left and right. But then, one of them shoots Chris's brother. Bleeding and laughing, the brother says, "He'll be here any second." And he's right. Chris shows up, finishes the guard, and saves his brother. Meanwhile, Tom, Burke's sniper, drives the bus full of children straight toward the burial site. But Chris is coming, and this time he's not stopping. As the bus speeded toward the burial site, Tom, Burke's sniper, ordered the frightened children to climb into the massive pit. But just in time, Chris and his brother arrived, guns blazing. Bullets flew as they fought Burke's guards with everything they had. Tom realized his time was up. To protect himself, he grabbed Pablo's son, holding him at gunpoint. Chris froze for a moment. The child's life hung by a thread. Quietly, Chris stepped into the bus, his gun aimed at Tom. The tension was unbearable. To steady his nerves, Chris softly recited a poem. Then, without blinking, he fired. The bullet hit Tom. The sniper was dead. With Tom gone, Chris and Broxton rescued all the children. The nightmare was over, for now. Meanwhile, back at her safe house, Anna received a call from Chris's hacker. He told her the full truth. The man behind her suffering, her pain, her scars, was Burke. He was the one who destroyed her village, sold the women, killed the husbands, continued trafficking children, including her own son, who had just been saved by Chris. The truth hit Anna like lightning. She snapped. She stormed to Burke's mansion, knife in hand, rage in her eyes. Seeing her, Burke panicked and tried to escape, but Anna wasn't letting him go this time. She chased him down, and just as she reached him, the screen cuts to black. Weeks later, we see Medina back in action. She had sealed all of Burke's illegal assets and exposed his massive human trafficking network. With help from Chris and Broxton, dozens of criminals were arrested. Burke's empire was falling apart. Medina called the same agency again, the one where she first tried to find Chris. "I just want to thank him," she said. But the woman on the other end repeated the same line. "No one by those names works here." Medina smiled. She knew. Somewhere, Chris's hacker was listening. In fact, he had taken all the rescued children into his institute, giving them shelter, food, and a new life, far from danger. In the final scene, we see Chris and his brother, finally at peace, heading out on a quiet trip together. No words, no violence, just the road ahead. The storm was over, the mission complete, and the accountant vanished into the shadows once again.
Thanks for watching, and hope you have enjoyed this. See you in next amazing video. Till then, take care and best wishes, but don't forget to like and subscribe.